Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodio. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Avengers Academy issues 7 through 12. These came out in 2011. They're written by Chris Gage. And this series is sort of a continuation of the Avengers Initiative series, which I didn't want it to end. I really loved that series. I love all the new characters they presented in it. For some reason, none of those characters pop up. Like one or two may pop up very briefly in this series. We get the introduction of new young heroes that most of them I'm not too interested in, but I do like the Avengers that are professors to those kids. It's like a Avengers lineup that's actually pretty awesome. The characters involved, and we really do have a couple of really good stories, and they really push to try to evolve some of the Avengers. In this first issue, we have first Hank Pym decides to drop the moniker of Wasp. He doesn't want to be that version of himself. It was like a tribute to his ex-wife who had died during the Secret Invasion. He decides to become Giant Man again. We have the whole situation with Tigra because she got pregnant by the Skrull imposter during the Secret Invasion. He was posing as Hank Pym, and she was really worried that she was going to have a child half Skrull, half cat person. But what happened? What we discovered is that the imposter was so perfect that genetically the kid is Hank Pym's son. So we have this whole situation where Tigra is telling Hank Pym, was like, look, it's genetically your kid. You're not the father. You can be a really cool uncle to the kid. If something happens to me, you can take care of him, but you're not going to take decisions over his life. Hank is okay with this because he has mental issues. But the evolution of Tigra as a character and showing her as a more complex character is very welcome, especially compared to Tigra from the West Coast Avengers from the 80s that just wanted to get laid. She was really horny all the time. So, on a mission, these new young Avengers have to accompany Hank Pym. They have to take Absorbing Man to another prison. These kids tend to fuck up their missions, so you know you're going to have a lot of fun. So, obviously, Absorbing Man escapes, starts causing havoc across the city. Hank Pym, these young Avengers can't stop him. Hank Pym jumps in as Giant Man, uses his powers as he should, trying to keep as many people safe and alive as possible. He shrinks Absorbing down to a microscopic level. When that doesn't work, he takes him actually to the realm of the abstracts, and the Absorbing Man just can't, his mind just can't understand what he's seeing. He's basically seeing the gods of the Marvel Universe. It breaks for Absorbing Man. It's like, no, I'll stop causing havoc. And in a moment of really good writing, Absorbing Man tells Hank Pym, like, don't let them drug me up in prison. When I'm sent to prison, they pump me up with so many drugs I don't even know who I am. It's totally inhumane. So Hank promises Absorbing Man that his conditions are going to be better in prison. In issue number 8, we have this whole situation back in New Avengers. The Hood actually captures and tortures Tigra, tells her she's going to kill her family, her mother. Like, they explain she wasn't raped, but it's sort of really implied in the story, especially with the images on the TV, because what happens is the young Avenger cadets come across the Hood actually uploads the video that he filmed when he was torturing her up to the internet. It's causing a buzz. Everyone's talking about it. So all the images sort of look like he's raping her, but they do say she's not raped. It doesn't actually happen in the story, but it's sort of implied. So Tiger's really having to deal with this whole situation. She feels totally humiliated. She doesn't know how to deal with the situation. She feels like shit. Like she dealt with the whole thing with having a Skrull lover. Now with this. So Pym and Tigra try to hunt down the person that uploaded the video. what the young Avengers discover, the cadets discovers that they realize the Hood actually escaped from prison. The person in the prison is actually a double. And as a present to Tigra, they're going to set out and try to get payback for her against the Hood. They're going to torture him and film it. Obviously, because when the teachers find out, they're going to get really pissed off with this whole situation. So they find him, start torturing him. They film it. Tiger finds out. She flips out. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Kicks some of the kids that were involved out of the team. In issue number 9, one of the members of the team, her name is Finesse, and she could copy other people's powers just like Taskmaster. So this story actually is that Finesse, with help of Quicksilver, hunts down Taskmaster, and they battle. And Taskmaster realizes something special about this girl. So Finesse actually asks Taskmaster, like, hey, are you my dad? And the whole dialogue, like, the dialogues are very well written in this story. That's like sort of the strong point. There's strong narrative moments. And so Taskmaster's like, I don't remember. The way my powers work fill up my brain in such a way that I permanently forget things. I don't remember if I have a kid. Like, I'm bad news. You don't want me as a dad. And it's sort of sad for Taskmaster. It's like, hey, at the end of their interactions, like, hey, if I would have had a kid, I would have been really proud of you. So the dialogue between Finesse, who has very troubling social skills, like she has problems saying things to people, and this interaction with Taskmaster really helps develop and elevate the character. And you sort of feel bad for Taskmaster because it's like, hey, you're pretty cool. If you would have been my daughter, you would have been really cool. So next issue, the Avengers that were kicked out, the young kids, they're reinstated into the team. In this next issue, issue number 10, we sort of have like one of those issues that revolve around the kids getting their training and really focusing on how to be heroes, how to rescue people. It's like sort of it's really well written. It's pretty enjoyable. There's a whole situation where Speedball tries to correct the kids, and the kids tell him, like, hey, you blew up a school and killed a bunch of kids. And this really rubs Speedball the wrong way. So the story sort of revolves around that. And the whole thing with Stanford. Sorry there. And in the last 2 issues, we have Avengers Academy having to deal with Korvac. So prior to this, in the space between dimensions, Pym seemingly thought to have found Wasp. She was like, because the way the Skrulls killed her, they used the Pym particles and sort of took her out of existence. So Pym thinks he found her, but when they bring Vale, one of the members of the school, without Pym's permission, tries to bring her back, discovers actually it's not the Wasp, but the wife of Michael Korvac, one of the most powerful Avengers villains ever. So when she's back, she's the daughter of actually the Collector. Korvac immediately pops up. This really means bad news. Every single Avenger ever during this time pops up through the Infinity Mansion doors to deal with Korvac. Obviously, Korvac easily defeats him. We get the whole backstory to Korvac, who's this lady. And what happens is, to be able to save the day, the daughter of the Collector turn all these young cadets, Avengers cadets, into adults, max out their powers, and the one with radiation powers, I can't remember, I think her name's Toxic, I can't remember. Oh man, I read this the other day. Uses her radiation powers to create antimatter and defeat Korvac. The heroes are able to come out on top and save the day. So I really recommend Avengers Academy. As I said before, like it's very dialogue heavy and revolves around complicated issues like the question of Tiger's kid, the question of having of absorbing man and being drugged in prison, with the Hood beating up Tiger and not raping her, but it's really implied when they say to not, and stuff like that. So, but it's a great run. Hope you guys like this video, and see you guys next time. Bye.